Hello everybody, excuse me, and welcome to another reaction video. And today I'm going to be reacting to a band I'd never heard of before. It's a band called Desolator. Now, a little while ago, you might remember I reacted to a band called Zornheim. Reacted to a track called Whom the Night Brings, and in addition to that I did a review of the CD and accompanying graphic novel that came with the book. Now, after I released that, a couple of hours afterwards, I was contacted by a record company called Black Lion Records, and they asked me if I wouldn't mind reviewing some of their music, or reacting to some of their music. And one of the ones they've asked me to react to is Desolator. So I got a copy of the EP, so I'm actually going to do a full reaction video to this after this video. So this is going to be another two-part reaction video, then a review of the actual EP. But anyway, as I said, I hadn't heard of Desolator before, so I had to do a little bit of research, and I found out that Desolator are a band formed in 2009 in Stockholm, Sweden. The band did not initially have a name when it was first formed, and was originally going to be a death/doom metal project. After several practice sessions and rehearsals, it turned into a old school death metal project, and eventually, after many considerations, they settled on the name Desolator. Apparently the themes of the band are violence, destruction and anti-religion. Sounds a little bit aggressive, but you know, that's generally the themes. It's not what they're promoting. They're not saying, you know, you should go out, you should do this. But anyway, we'll get past that. Anyway, the track we're going to listen to is a track called Illusions of Grandeur, which is actually the first track off the EP as well. So that'll this will go with the review of the EP that I do in the next video. But I think we'll just get straight on with it. I don't want to talk too much about the EP here. I'm going to save that for the other video. So we'll just get straight on with it and see where we go. So, yes, we'll go with Desolator, Illusions of Grandeur.
I think human consciousness was a tragic misstep in evolution. We became too self-aware. Nature created an aspect of nature separate from itself. We are creatures that should not exist by natural law.
Now, just from the very start, I love this. This is really good. It's very reminiscent of very reminiscent of like old Deicide and Napalm Death. You know, but I mean, they call themselves an old school death metal project, and it really comes across in the style. It is brutal, it is heavy hitting, it is really, really good. Going by the lyrics to the song, it seems that the from what I'm getting from it so far, it looks to be like it's to do with possibly the futility of human life, and possibly the damage we're causing to the planet. There's the opening lines there. Surveilling from ivory tower or confined to the gutter, a radiant spectacle for the blind to see, the glowing charm of ephemeral games. So that seems to be like, you know, the ivory tower is like a place of privilege. It's like it's like the equivalent of being born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You know, it's a place where like people seem to be ignorant to everything around them. They just think they're better than you. And then you've got the gutter. So it's like no matter where you come, whether you're from privilege or privilege, get your words right, Mark, or, you know, poverty, it make no difference, because in the end we all die the same way. And it's like the glowing charm of ephemeral games. Like, ephemeral games are like fleeting, you know. Ephemeral moments are like fleeting moments that have little or no consequence, really. So really, we're just here where there's no real purpose to life, as it were. It's just my interpretation. I could be getting this wrong. Then there comes the next one. Constructions for the feeble-minded cannot halt the decay of years. Fodder for a dying earth. Illusions of grandeur. So that's like, it's almost like talking about the futility of everything we do. We can build and, you know, we can build ourselves up, we can make bigger buildings, we can make better buildings, we can create palaces and mansions and stuff like that. But at the end, it all amounts to nothing. You know, the passage of time, sooner or later, we're all going to die, all buildings are going to decay and fall apart. I mean, the line there, fodder for a dying earth, it's like, that's all we really are. We're like fertilizer for the soil, because when we die, we go to the earth and we just turn into fertilizer. But we still suffer we're still under the illusion that we are better and more important than what we really are. There's really very little purpose. You know, we're born, we live, we die. What we accomplish throughout life, in the big scheme of things, doesn't really have much impact on the world. Well, it does have an impact on the world. We're destroying it very slowly, but you know, it doesn't make that big a difference, because we all die the same way. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. It's just what I'm getting from it. I could be entirely wrong, but anyway, maybe I'm just being a bit morbid and whatnot. Anyway, let's carry on. That was a very sudden end. But as I was saying before, I really like this. The sound of the music itself, like I said, it's very reminiscent of old Deicide and old Napalm Death. It almost makes me feel nostalgic, because a lot of the death metal these days doesn't seem to have quite the same feel as, you know, the older generation of death metal, and it's something that I really miss. And this captures it perfectly. You know, I don't know what it is about it. There is just something about it. It really brings back memories of like when I first started listening to death metal. I can't even think of I can't even remember the name of the Napalm Death album, the first Napalm Death album I ever listened to. But it just reminds me of that. It's really, really good. And something I've noticed, they mixed up the vocal styles in there. I mean, for the most part, it was the guttural, deep growl vocals. But every now and then they had the sort of higher pitch, I would say almost obituary-esque vocals in there as well, which were brilliantly placed. And like I said, I like it when they do that, because, you know, it sort of breaks up the song, it mixes it up a little bit and gives it a bit of contrast. I really like it. I'm going to have to do a bit of research, because there was that spoken bit at the beginning, and I need to find out where that's from, because I'm sure I've heard it before. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I really did. Really, really good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that there as it is. Can't think of much else to say about that specific track. Like I said, I'm going to put up a second video after this one, where I actually review the whole EP. So I've got, you know, I'm going to go listen to that, and do a little bit of reading up, and yeah, we'll see where we go from there. Little side note, I am coming up to my 100th video very soon. I think in about a week's time I will have hit 100 videos, 100 episodes of Metalhead Reacts. And I would like some suggestions for an absolutely epic track for me to react to. I mean, I've got loads and loads and loads of tracks suggested, but I want to do something really special for the 100th video. I mean, if I'm honest, I never thought I'd get this far. I never thought I'd get as many followers as I've gotten, and I thank each and every one of you for supporting me. So yeah, I would like some suggestions for a truly epic, fantastic piece of music to do for my 100th video. So if you leave a comment below for what you think my 100th video should be, and I will collate them all and read through them, and we'll see where it goes. But other than that, if you want to make any other suggestions for tracks, please do so by dropping a comment in the comment section below, or you can message me on Instagram. If you want to make a suggestion for my 100th video, you know, state in the comment, you know, I think 100th video should be blah blah. So anyway, we'll leave that as it is. Thank you all very, very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next part. Bye bye.